Welcome to another episode of Intuition. We have a brand new semester and a new face as well. Let's go ahead and let our new guest introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Taylor Thomas, and I am a student here at University of Houston.
And we're really excited to have Taylor join us today.
Also, we are missing another one. Allie is out sick today, so.
But she'll be back, so don't worry.
But we have her in our thoughts.
Today, actually, we're going to kick it off in the spirit of Valentine's Day. We have a lot of discussion going on here with romance and relationships. And actually, there's first question I wanted to start off with, because this is kind of a cliche question, but it's important to know. And again, you know, with Valentine's Day having passed, everybody, this is on their mind. What is your idea of a perfect date? Is there such a thing? And if so, do you have any ideas? Have you been on a perfect date, and what did it entail? Let me know.
A perfect date means there should be a happy ending. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Before
We need a lake cake. We need a lake pop.
No, little late
That's how you
pop
know.
Anyways, but yeah, perfect date is good company. There's not a lot of, not a lot of fake laughing. You know that.
Yeah.
Wow, you're so funny. No, you're not. But
Really good at that. Okay.
But
I'm never going
yeah.
on a date with you.
now the secret is out. But just good humor. Good humor.
Very
maybe-
relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little
You be
adventure.
yourself.
Break into a couple of private properties.
Oh.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, anybody have a good date?
Perfect date.
Perfect date.
I'm
date.
gonna have to go ahead and say that the first date that I've ever been on was, in my eyes, probably the best date I will ever be on. On my 16th birthday, my dad took me out on my first date. And picked me up at the door with flowers and whatnot, and took me to a nice dinner, and like you said, we laughed. It was really fun, and he opened all my doors and pulled out all my chairs and was a perfect gentleman. And when we got home, he said, now from this point on, if someone else doesn't do exactly what I did for you tonight, follows all of my tricks to a T, then they're not worth a second date. So
I think that is the sweetest
That
thing
is so
I have
sweet.
ever heard. Okay, now we have to ask, how has Dad's advice held up?
you know, it's kind of funny actually. No, it really does. I every time that first time it's an official. They pick you up. That's you can tell it's gonna go if they offer to pick you up, or if they're let's meet someplace.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you exactly where the date's going. From once they pick you up,
Let's meet.
Yeah, right, let's meet. All right, sounds good. Way to go. No, but from there, if they open the door, you can start to figure out if they're going to pull your chair out for you and
What about
stuff like
picking
that.
up the tab?
Picking up the tab,
Is that required?
I always just kind
I
of
always
reach for my purse.
Just in case.
Just so you know what, and if they said, all right, we're going Dutch, then you know what, cool, whatever, it's first date. But that reach for the purse is like, what are you gonna do?
So it's not okay
I always do
to
the
assume-
3-time rule.
What's
So
that?
I'm just like, okay, let me get it. No, it's okay. No, really, it's okay. I'm gonna get it. No, really, it's okay. And then third time, as soon as they say no, I'm like,
See, I have a 2-time rule, so if we went on a date, the second time you said
You're
let's
not-
get it, and you can take it. That's fine with me.
just take it down to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, just saying, I'll grab it next time. That's my big thing.
Yeah, so is it okay to assume that the guy's gonna take it the first time, or do you just find out and ask? Like, how do you, or I guess you already showed us your little secret, the reach for the purse and they'll, no, I got it.
Yeah.
Because, I've talked to guy friends before who get annoyed when they're on a date with a girl for the first time and the girl assumes that he's going to pay. But then there's the question, isn't that
That's what you're
the
supposed
rule,
to
or
do.
isn't that the norm?
I would assume, okay, as we get older and whatnot, and it's not the 50s anymore.
Right.
It's still, I still think that a gentleman, if he asks you out on the date and he's asking you to come spend time with him,
Need some time compensation.
right? Now, if I were to ask somebody out, if I would say, hey, so and so, I've got to meet my friends out for dinner, you want to come with us, or we're all going, but if I were to ask somebody else out, then I would assume that, I asked you to be with me,
So
come
you
spend
would
time
take
with me,
care
I would take care of it.
Okay, that's fair.
I think things though.
That's pretty
How
good.
about some bad dates?
Oh.
My prom date was horrible.
Your prom date? Why?
Yeah, prom date was horrible. He wore sneakers with his suit. And,
All-Stars?
Huh?
All Stars? Or just
Yeah.
regular sneakers?
They're all stars.
What's wrong with that?
They're white. They're like
No.
white with a black suit. But
Okay.
yeah, they did that, and then he wore a cap, and I opened my own doors, and he didn't pay for my meal because he spent all his money on
His white sneakers?
no. He spent his money on like drugs. So
Okay,
my
so this is a bad date for a number of reasons.
yeah. So my date was
Oh,
high,
bad
and I had no clue.
Bad
No clue.
fashion, a druggie, and he's
I'm like,
rude.
why are you drinking orange juice? And
that makes
horrible date. But
I've noticed that the best dates for me, even though I try to like imagine what I think the perfect date would be, you know, like I think of like locations I would love to go to, and oh, if this happened, that'd be perfect. I think for me, the best dates are when I leave. And it doesn't matter what we have done. If I leave and I have butterflies, that's a good sign. So I usually can't tell it's a perfect date until afterwards.
When you're laying in bed and you can't do
And you
anything
cannot
but think
stop
about the
thinking
date.
and you
and
could just
giggling.
be like sitting on a bench for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. It's the feeling afterwards to me. That's what,
who kisses on the first date? Out of us.
you know, if you feel it, you feel it. Like what's, you know,
If there's a spark,
it happens, and I don't know. I've never had like a strong rule for that. I
For
guess.
no kissing on the first date.
Yeah,
I try not to. If he's a gentleman and walks me to my door
Right.
and all that stuff, and if he makes the move in, you know, to do a nice, you know, peach on the cheek, then it works, you know. But you want to keep him waiting, I think, for some extent.
What about you?
First time. I have a no kiss on first date rule.
Yeah. I think a lot of girls do.
Now, really?
What? Well, yeah, I think so. I hope so.
I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know. But what would be interesting to me is if we had a guy on our show right now, because I would love to hear their perspective on this. Because what we expect out of a date, I think, could be completely different than from what they expect. So maybe next time.
Maybe next time
we'll
we
see
need a
what
guy
their
guest.
perspective.
Right?
And see what they're into. But okay, so no kissing on the first date.
No kissing on the first date.
If it happens, would
But I
that
mean,
bother you?
I think we're in like the day and age that we do more than that on the first date. Our generation,
No.
at least.
I can't judge. You know, like I want to say I don't like the way that sounds, but I'm very, I guess I'm very individualist. Like it all comes down to the person and the situation. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to keep rules like that across the board for everyone, I guess. I don't know.
But on top of it, we say it's our generation. I have mentors who are a lot older than I am, in their 50s and 60s, who talk about
Crazy things.
issues like that, and they're not too far behind us, if not right next to us, and stuff like
So
that.
we're not that different.
We're not that different. We're not that different.
Goodness. Well, this is getting me a little
Little heated.
flustered.
We'll be right back with more topics here on Intuition.